Graphic reads Outside Science Inside Parks. Speaker is Weston Doctor, series co-producer.
Can you believe we've already had 12 episodes of Outside Science Inside Parks? This has been an incredible way to celebrate 100 years of the National Park Service. And to wrap up the centennial year, we paddled the canyons of the Green River to see how scientists are keeping an eye on this special place. Check it out.
Video shows scenes from the Green River. Speaker is Luke Gomerman, NPS Biological Science Technician.
The conservationist John Muir, he once said, how little note is taken of the deeds of nature. What paper publishes her reports? Who records the sheet music of the wind and the water written in river lines? This is Dinosaur National Monument, and right on the border of Utah and Colorado. And this is our laboratory. This is our office. This is our daily commute flowing down the river.
Speaker is Amy Washuda, NPS Biological Science Technician.
Oh, it's awesome to be out here. It's one of the best experiences you can have at being in a place.
Speaker is Alex Lowe, NPS Biological Science Technician.
I love, sleeping under the stars. Being on these rivers is amazing.
Speaker is Dusty Perkins, NPS Project Manager.
I think it's also really great to go down the river. We're on an 8-day trip, and over 8 days, if you were just in the office, you might not get to know your compatriots as much.
Speaker is Patrick Fleming, NPS Natural Resources Ranger.
The park for us is a living laboratory. We can figure out what, if anything, we are doing to change the ways of nature and the way that geomorphology and hydrology work in rivers.
Video shows rapids on river. Speaker is Jesse Lancey, NPS Natural Resources Ranger.
We are coming down to our first rapid called Winnie's Rapid. And right after that, we're pulling over to the side and we have our first long-term monitoring site.
Speaker is again Amy Washuda.
The first thing we do at each of our sites is walk the whole thing and write down every single plant species we can find.
Speaker is Chris Holmquist Johnson, USGS Surveyor.
So we're surveying the topography of the site here. We're veg crews taking vegetation samples on their plots, and then we're wanting to have a 3D map of this entire area. By doing these surveys repetitively every year, we can compare that and see what's happening over time as relates to the water releases that come out of the dam.
Drilling in rock. Speaker is again Jesse Lancey.
So we just drilled in all these bolts. Put our transducer in against this rock here. The pressure of the water on top of it gives us some good readings. So then with that and calculations, we can figure out how much water's flowing by.
Speaker is Brandon Gottung, NPS Biological Science Technician.
Rivers are dynamic. We got a dam just upriver. Dams drop out all the sediment, and we're really concerned about what kind of sediment we have moving through the rivers, how that sediment's deposited, how that deposited sediment is stabilized by vegetation, and how that narrows the river corridor, changes the dynamic of these environments.
Speaker is again Luke Gomerman.
And hopefully the data that we're collecting will be able to pick up those changes. We'll be able to monitor the health of places like this.
Chris speaks to Dusty while looking at laptop screen.
And so it did eat away this island.
Uh-huh.
So last year it was there, and now you can see that shifted down a little bit.
Speaker is again Patrick Fleming.
But I think the other thing is it just brings the science and its meaning all to the forefront, right? You're not just crunching numbers, but you're out here and you're seeing the changes in the river ecosystem and thinking about how those changes would continue on in the future by standing on the land that it truly affects.
Video shows Dusty paddling his boat through rapids. Speaker is again Dusty Perkins.
It's an amazing place to wake up to. It's an amazing place to work on. I love being on the river. I love being outside. That's why I chose to get into this field.
Speaker is again Luke Gomerman.
I can't really think of a better place to be. Conducting science for the National Park Service and the Inventory Monitoring Program.
Speaker is again Amy Washuda.
To be out here experiencing the river, not only during the day when you're collecting data, but also at night. You're at camp, you're camping right along the edge of the river, you hear the river and the rapids all night. So to be totally immersed in the environment you're studying is pretty special.
Speaker is again Alex Lowe.
And it's amazing that I can do something that I love, doing this science and trying to protect these ecosystems and still live out here in such an amazing place.
Speaker is again Brandon Gottung.
Yeah, it's more than just the plants and the sediment, the geomorphology that we look at. It's the wildlife. It's really inspiring. It's a reminder how important these landscapes really are.
Video shows Jesse running a rapid.
And for me, it's really whether I pick up a piece of trash or do some long-term monitoring. I feel like I'm really helping my little corner of the world, helping clean up and improve my home. And I hope that just about everybody can find a little chunk of the world to help protect and get outside and enjoy it at the same time.
Speaker is again Weston Doctor.
Thanks for joining us in 2016. It's been an amazing adventure. Remember that you can always visit nps.gov/nature to find any videos you might have missed throughout the year. Tune in next month when we'll post our favorite clips from 2016 and give a preview of upcoming new episodes about park science.
Graphic reads, next month, check out the recap of 2016 and a look ahead to 2017.